Listen close, Centurion. We've got a serious problem, and you're already involved. The orders of Tyria have come to me about one of your soldiers, Howl the Brazen.
Howl's dead, sir. He died fighting Duke Baradin. I've seen his grave.
Yes, and before he died, Howl apparently bought a dangerous magical amulet from the necromancer Rissa. Where that amulet goes, the undead follow. Rissa has been distributing them all over the region. The Orders want to examine Howl's amulet to see what they're up against. The High Legions want to forge a working relationship with the Orders, so you're going to join their investigation. Reps from the Vigil, Derman Priory, and the Order of Whispers will meet you at Howl's grave. Confer with all three, but focus on the one most likely to get results. You got it?
Yes, sir. Howl was one of mine. I'll do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this.
It's not just about a necromancer. It's also about dragons and the undead.
So you still think this necromancer Rissa is an agent of the Elder Dragons?
On sight, yes. Don't ask how I know. It's the Order of Whispers' business to know things.
The Priory concurs. We don't know much about Rissa, but we do know she was corrupted.
Then finding and killing her is our priority, not digging around in graveyards.
That's why Brimstone sent us the Centurion. Our orders never agree on anything.
Welcome, Centurion. Glad to have you with us. I am Yahala Scribepaw of the Derman Priory. My colleagues are...
I don't need you to speak for me. I'm Gon Towerbreaker of the Vigil. Glad to have another military mind on this mission.
I am Korukhan, concerned blacksmith from the Order of Whispers. We specialize in covert activity, information, infiltration, and assassination. I'm sure Tribune Brimstone briefed you, but to review, all three orders are dedicated to stopping the Elder Dragons. Your late bandmate may be connected.
I understand the mission parameters. Hal's grave is right there. What are we waiting for? See? That's how a military mind works. Identify the problem, attack it head on. None of this sneaking around, talking things to death.
We were waiting for you, Centurion. There's a complication between us and the objective. Namely, a throng of undead grubs.
And since this used to be a bandmate of yours, we thought it prudent to wait before we dug him up. Now that you're here, though, let's start squashing. Fight what cannot be fought. If you haven't put down undead grubs before, this is your big chance. amulet here, there isn't even a body. Either someone dug up your friend or he dug himself out. If Gon here wasn't so humorless, I might say, this is a dead end.
Go hammer your anvil, blacksmith. The adults are talking. Look, our objective hasn't changed. We still need to secure one of those amulets.
I'm afraid I must leave that to you two. Without the amulet in hand, I need to confer with my colleagues before the Priory can commit to a course of action.
We have the Necromancer's records. We know the location of at least 2 more of Rissa's trinkets. I say we start in Drugar's homestead. Me and my fellow blacksmiths do a lot of business there. We have valuable contacts at the location that we can't afford to lose.
Scorch what your associates can afford. The people of Snowdrift's Haven have already been attacked, and they need our protection now.
You can't save everyone, Crusader. And since our new friend here can't be in 2 places at once, who are you going to protect, Centurion?
It's worse than I thought. The Haven's already crawling with undead creatures. We need to clean them out.
Agreed. But what about the amulet?
It's easier to search a dead body that isn't moving. Let's go. Strong! Finished already? Strength of attack. Heal as one. We heal as one. This is not over. We heal as one.
This amulet of Rissa's was able to summon more than just undead grubs. I don't like this. Hal's grave was empty. He could be out there right now, leading an undead attack on some other haven.
Maybe, but right now, our top priority is to get this amulet back to the Citadel. The sooner we understand how it works, the better.
Agreed. With all 3 orders pitching in to study the amulet, we can figure out how to destroy it, or at least deactivate it.
Studying is for scholars and spies. They can do whatever they like with Rissa's amulet after we secure it someplace where it won't cause any more trouble. Very near.
Never get
Lousy fighters, all of them.
It keeps you smarter than any wild animal you'll face.
The German Priory is looking forward to working with the Citadel on this, Tribune.
As is the Order of Whispers. The dragons want us to come at them individually. That's why we shouldn't do it.
Glad to have you both aboard. We're going to need reliable information from here on. Not to sell the Vigil short. Their firepower is always an asset.
No need to flatter me, Tribune. I know research isn't the Vigil's strong suit. As long as what we're doing eventually leads to the dragons, we don't mind taking a back seat. Temporarily. Reporting in, Tribune. We have one of the Necromancer's amulets. Now we just need to figure out how to deal with it.
Top Priory researchers are standing by to determine how the amulet works, and more importantly, how to neutralize it.
My sources say the Inquest has already completed their research on one of these amulets. Why waste time repeating their efforts when we could just acquire their results?
I don't trust the Inquest methodology. This is too important not to handle ourselves the right way.
You scholars and spies know more about the right way to collect data. The Vigil will be standing by when there's action to be taken.
It's your call, Centurion. Do you want to assist the Order of Whispers retrieval mission, or the Priory research effort?
I don't trust that Korukhan. He's always smiling like he knows something we don't.
The Inquest did their crystal research in that dredge mine. They're down there now, sterilizing the site to remove any trace they were ever here. The Inquest got where it is by stealing others' research and murdering the competition. Ready to give them a taste of their own medicine.
I'm ready for anything that will settle this amulet business and lead me to Hal. Nobody messes with my warband. Not even after they're dead.
Your fallen comrade is already a part of this case, so solving it will tell us what happened to him. Shall we begin?
Fight what cannot be fought.
I found something. Are these the research results we were after?
Let me see. Yes, you found them. There's quite a bit of useful information here. And a few inquest secrets that my blacksmithing friend can put to good use.
What else do they say?
Not here. I'll fill you in back at the Citadel. With these results and the help of the other orders, we should be able to wrap this up.
Look at that. You can find beauty here, and dozens of ways to die. I like that challenge.
The German Priory is looking forward to working with the Citadel on this, Tribune.
As is the Order of Whispers. The dragons want us to covet them individually. That's why we should do it.
Glad to have you both aboard. We're going to need reliable information from here on. Not to sell the Vigil short. Their firepower is always an asset.
No need to flatter me, Tribune. I know research isn't the Vigil's strong suit. As long as what we're doing eventually leads to the dragons, we don't mind taking a back seat. Temporarily.
Eager to hear your report, Centurion. We're seeing an increase in undead attacks all over the region. Safe to say Rissa's amulets are responsible?
We've learned that they're connected to the Orient Dragon. They turn their owners into undead, and draw other undead to them. The Vigil has one of the amulets stashed in our HQ. Are you saying that my people are in danger?
You militant types ought to be used to that by now. With so many innocents at stake, the Vigil can defend itself. The Priory is working on a way to detect the amulets. We'll use our device to stop the next outbreak before it starts.
And if the Vigil falls, who will defend all those innocents it already protects?
And while you're working that out, I'll withdraw to confer with my superiors. You have a tough choice ahead of you, Centurion. What's it going to be?
Report.
A lot of thick-necked goons in the Vigil, but they're decent soldiers. Wonder how they do in a real army.
The worst part is the waiting before the attack. You scared yet, rookie?
Should I be? I'm more anxious than scared. This situation's very new to me.
Ha! No, there's nothing to be scared of, Rosebud. Not with me watching your back.
I think you meant that to sound reassuring. Why am I not reassured?
So, if you've never fought in a real battle alongside one of us, you're in for a treat.
I haven't fought beside Charr, but I did step on a cat's tail once. Is that what it's like?
Funny. No, I'm literally poetry in motion. If poetry could stab you with a sword.
By the spirits. If the undead don't attack soon, your tail is so stepped on.
This place looks ready for war, Gon. I'm impressed. After all this preparation and building up of our defenses, I'll be disappointed if we're not attacked. The plan is simple. The ramp you just came up is the only way in. We've set up barricades to slow down and thin out attackers. You can also use those cannons to welcome our undead visitors. If they get through all that, we fall back to the keep. That means you too, Centurion. Our house, our rules. We want live soldiers, not dead heroes. If the Vigil falls back, you fall back. Clear.
Clear. Is there anything I should do in the mean?
To the front! We'll hold them there as long as we can. We need artillery support! Get on the cannon! That's it! Fall back to the keep!
They're backing off. This is more than we can handle.
Here! Dig in! We'll hold them here! Kill them all! The abominations! Scorch me! What were those things?
Zaitan. And we're gonna keep seeing more. More undead that are more dangerous than usual. More often.
They weren't playing around, were they? Is it just me, or are these amulets getting stronger?
It's definitely getting worse. And if an amulet isn't even safe inside a Vigil fortress, it's time to rethink our approach. Let's get back to Ritlock and the other orders. We need to stop these outbreaks before the landscape is hip-deep in undead.
Agreed. I need to deal with our casualties here, and then I'll meet you back at the Black Citadel.
The orders disagree on how to proceed, so I have a plan. You choose which one will help. In return, I've arranged for you to permanently join that order. You'll still be a Centurion of the High Legions, but you'll also be a link between us and your chosen order. Your warband will continue doing Citadel business while you're gone.
I understand. Hal's involvement made this personal, but the Orient Dragon is a global threat. We need strong, reliable allies against it.
Okay, people. Time to decide. We have the means to find the Necromancer's Dragon Crystal, and to destroy it.
All thanks to the Priory. We know what we're doing, so now let us destroy the crystal without interference. We work better that way.
There's no way I'm leaving a vital search and destroy mission to a bunch of academics. Wait for Vigil support before you make a move.
Either way, the Order of Whispers will do what we always do. Let you draw their attention, then strike from the shadows.
It's your call, Centurion. But remember that you're not just helping out. You're joining the order you choose.
This ceasefire of humans is an insult to the heroes who fought to reclaim what's rightfully ours.
But I still have enough in
I tried, Squidward. I overheard. You're leaving us to join one of the orders.
I'm accepting a special assignment from the Tribune, and the warband will need a leader while I'm gone. That's you, Legionnaire.
Me? But we're the heart of this warband, you and me. If you're gone, I'm just a bad-tempered spellcaster that everyone's afraid of.
I need someone I can trust, someone effective. You've got some rough edges, but there's nobody else I'd want calling the shots. If anyone objects, send them to me, or just crack their heads until they think different. You're in charge now. Act like it. I know you can handle this.
Thanks, boss. You can count on me. Good luck in Lion's Arch. We'll be waiting when you get back.
I was hoping you'd side with us. Your attitude and skills make you perfect for the Order of Whispers. You'll go far here.
I like the way you operate. You draw no attention. You keep the enemy guessing, and you get results. That's all a good soldier ever wants, to get results and stay alive. So, the Necromancer's crystal is out there, and so is Hal. What's our next move?
Eager to get started, eh? Good. The Priory and Vigil muster in Lichcroft Mere, but there is danger. Meet me there, and we'll make sure they don't get in over their heads. There you are. Time to start earning your keep, Initiate. The Vigil and Priory teams have already moved in, so our path is clear.
If they're already gone, then what's our objective?
If the Priory falls short and the Vigil get themselves killed, we step in and save the day. As usual. We heard the sounds of combat recently, so we may already be needed. The first thing we do is find the other squads.
This is your show, Korukhan. But for the record, I don't like it. Carry on. But I'm coming along to make sure this gets done right.
Always a pleasure to have you with us, Tribune. If we need any heroism or noble, attention-grabbing antics, it's all you. Now let's move out.
Whispers, eh? Good choice. No matter how deep undercover they
Look,
send
some
you,
stray cats have come to die with their friends.
The Vigil squad. So that's what happened to Howl's body. Don't hold back, Centurion. That's not him anymore.
Like the good soldier he was. We need to find the Priory team. Though I doubt they survived.
Howl did not die well.
I'm
Neither
not
will
good
you.
with people.
Destroy.
Protect the survivors.
Take this potion. It'll destroy the system. You have to finish it.
We heal as one.
You've caused us a lot of trouble, Hag. Your death is long overdue. For the Legion, I am strong. Not a bad fight. It's done. Korukhan, Centurion, let's move out before this thing.
Well done. There were losses here today, but we did manage to stop the necromancer from drowning us in undead.
It's not enough. The Orient Dragon is still out there, and it's going to keep making undead until the whole world drowns in them.
Then it's time to take the offensive. The dragon is our target, just like the crystal was. We kill it, we cut off the flow of Orient undead at its source.
That's too ambitious, Initiate. The Order of Whispers is dedicated to stopping all the dragons, but we don't have the resources for direct confrontation.
Don't tell me about dragons, Blacksmith. Ever heard of Destiny's Edge? I was a member. We nearly took down an Elder Dragon all on our own.
We should find out what they know. Their experience could prove invaluable.
You're right. The Charr can't do this alone. Fortunately, I heard from one of my old guildmates. She wants to meet in Lion's Arch about that very thing.
Lion's Arch is also your next stop, Initiate. There's a Whispers contact waiting with your first official mission. Look for a vendor selling apples, and good luck.
I'll keep an eye out for you in the city. If we're lucky, we'll get another chance to fight together. Do the Legion's proud, soldier. Dismissed.